What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get to my top 10 most used foundations and concealers in my entire collection. So y'all know I'm a complexion corner queen. I'm all about complexion. I'm all about eyeshadow. So those are the two things you see on this channel the most. If it's latest, it's greatest, and it's new, I need to try it. Okay, so I figured you'd be interested in what complexion products I use the most at the end of the day, because although I test out a lot of things, there are certain things that I just always grab for and reach for and use that I love. Now a lot of these things are modern things. Some of these things are older things, like one of them might have been launched like 1 or 2 years ago. Some of them are even older than that, but I mean, if it's good, it's good. I have 4 drugstore foundations and 6 high-end foundations, and then I have a mixture of drugstore and concealer, drugstore and high-end and luxury foundations and concealers. So without further ado, let's get into it, girl, because y'all know me, y'all talk a lot. We'll be sitting here for 20 minutes just talking about these 10 products a piece. Anybody got time? So I'm gonna start off with the first foundation. So this is the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation, Hyaluronic Acid Long Wearing. I have the shade 92 Warm Spices. Sad part is Catrice is no longer sold at Ulta, so you actually have to go to their website to get this now. I bought mine when they were still at Ulta, and this foundation is amazing. Like, I absolutely love it. This is easily one of my most used drugstore foundations, and I was shocked because I didn't know how. Oh, that's why it was moving loose. The top was loose. I don't like that. Anyway, as you can see, it's gross and disgusting because I use it a lot. I absolutely love this stuff. So it just, I feel like it just works so beautifully on the skin. It looks natural, it looks effortless, it looks high-end and expensive. Like, this is one of those I could put on and fool people, make them think I was wearing a luxury foundation just because it looks that great on the skin. Now, you like your skin but better with medium coverage, I would definitely say this is the one for you, especially if you want to spend a whole bunch of bank, because I think this is under 15 bucks. Last time I checked, I think it was $9.99 or $11.99. So this is a great foundation at a great price, and I'm obsessed. I use it quite a bit. Next, I have the Born to Glow from what is it, NYX. This is the shade Sienna. I really love this foundation. It's absolutely amazing and wonderful on the skin. Again, this is one of those natural radiant satin matte finishes, if I remember correctly, or satin natural finish skin. I haven't worn this one in a little while, but it is one that I reach for quite a bit when I go to my drugstore foundation. This is one I easily reach for a lot because it just gives you that nice glowy look to the skin like I have now. Since I've been wearing a mask for 8 hours and working, and that's why that's oil's going on, but I feel like this just gives that natural look to it. To me, this is comparable to, what is it, the Charlotte Tilbury one, or the Yummy Skin. I was thinking about doing a battle of those, so let me know if you're interested in me doing a battle of this against the Yummy Skin or the Charlotte Tilbury, because I feel like they're somewhat comparable, but you have to remember those have skincare ingredients in them, and obviously this came out before the skincare craze came into foundation, so it is not. These are actually 50% off at Ulta right now, and for 10 bucks for 1.1 fluid ounce of foundation, I think this stuff is amazing. And it goes right into the dewy, glowy skin trend that's been going on for, I feel like a year now. Next, of course, I had to have the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation up to 24 hours. Sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 25. I wear the shade Deep Copper 515. I absolutely love this stuff. It is amazing. The powder foundation goes really beautifully with it as well, and then the concealer. So the whole collection is just a match made in heaven. I absolutely love this stuff. It's wonderful, and I'm so glad that I decided to try it out. Because at first, I just tried the stick foundation. I was like, I don't know about that, because you see it looks kind of red in the tube, so I was like, it's kind of skeptical. But the way this looks on the skin, like my mom said, this looks better on me than a lot of high-end foundations I wear every day. So I was like, whoa. Like right now, I have on the Patrick Star One Size foundation, and I mixed it in with something else that I'll be doing a deep dive on the whole brand in a complexion corner. But you know, this foundation is absolutely stunning. I know people haven't been talking about it nearly as much, but I know Desi Perkins is still super in love with it, just like I am. That's why it's in this most used foundation video. Next, I have my Thread Beauty Face Stick Complexion Stick in the shade 130 Medium Warm Golden. Y'all, I mean, look how much of it I've used. Doesn't that tell you how much I like it? This is my quick dupe for the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation. When I'm on the rush and I have to go, this blends into the skin like butter. It looks nice. I usually have to do 2 applications because of the dark spots and hyperpigmentation going on this particular side of my face. So I usually do 2 sets of foundation on this side, and I can just get away with 1 here and conceal. But this foundation is amazing. Like, if you want your skin but better for a drugstore price, this is definitely the way to go. I believe you can get this at Target for like 10 bucks. I just happened to stumble across it when I went to Target to pick up stuff for Adriangameover, as you all know. But I absolutely love it, and I am so glad that I got to try it out, because once I saw my girl Coco Swatches talking about it, I was like, okay, I'll buy it now. Say less, say less. So I figured I'd just go ahead and show you the other one, because of course if I liked that one based upon it being like this one, then of course I was gonna like this one. This is the Full Filter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick. I always wear the shade 500 Mocha in Huda Beauty products, and I have used quite a bit of this one as well. If you can't see, like, it has a nice little in it. I've been using this quite a bit with the matching concealer, but I didn't put that in here because it's not one of my most used things. I've only been trying it recently because, you know, I have to do the complexion corner on it soon, but I have just genuinely been reaching for this even before that concealer came out, so I felt like I should put this in here. Plus, like I told y'all, sometimes when I'm a rush for work, I need a foundation stick on the go, so I go between that one and this one, and then the Westman Atelier one. But I didn't bring that because I wasn't trying to make y'all pockets hurt too bad. Again, gas is $5.79 a gallon here in Chicago, so you know, I can only imagine how it is in other places. I know one of y'all told me in the comment section it was like 6 of them in LA. I was like, ooh, the disrespect. No. Although when I was getting on the expressway, I saw it was $6.29 here in Chicago. So it depends on what part of Chicago you're in. The part I'm in is still in the 5s. It hasn't risen to the 6s yet. But you know, that's still outrageous either way. Back to the foundation stick. But this one is more affordable than the Westman Atelier A. So that's why I tried to make sure I didn't put that in. I do have a couple of other expensive foundations, so I didn't want to put too many in there. And since I still reach for those two over Westman Atelier more because there's so little product in it for the price, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. So the rest of these are like high-end or luxury products. I'll take y'all back to a classic, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I wear the shade 11.75. Oh my god, y'all, this stuff is like your skin but better for back in the day, and it still looks timeless and gorgeous now. And I love the concealer that goes with it and the Power Fabric concealer. Like, Giorgio Armani just has a way of making gorgeous skin products. I absolutely love them. I especially love to use this and then the two concealers I just talked about together. I feel like it just gives me everything I need, and I don't have to worry about my makeup ever looking bad when I use this foundation. Like, this is like one of those foolproof old school ones when you like in a rush and you have time to use liquid foundation and you want your skin to just look luminous and wonderful and natural and soft. I feel like this is definitely the way to go. If you want to go to an event or something, I would definitely say use that one as well. It's absolutely stunning and it will not steer you wrong. But I mean, like, mother came up with it to help Armani, so I mean, I'm not surprised. It's as wonderful as it is. Okay, next I got some new ones. So I have the Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 4Y60. They changed their shade, so this used to be Y503 for anyone who's interested. I love this foundation. I feel like it oxidizes a little bit, so I'm glad I got this shade as opposed to the shade I usually get, which I forgot the new number of it, but I usually wear Y505, but this one worked out for me perfectly. I'm so glad I got this foundation, because I usually don't like the Makeup Forever foundations. That's what makes it so funny that it's in my most used foundations. I usually don't like any foundations they came out with. I like the matte one, okay, but like the original HD line that they had, I did not like any of it. I didn't try the original one. I didn't like the Ultra HD. I just thought it was okay. But this one, yes, this one is special. This one makes my face look like it's my skin but better. It actually gives a very good amount of coverage, and then you can just put the, what is it, the matte velvet powder on top, and then I use the matte velvet concealer underneath the eyes, and it's just a gorgeous look. It just looks absolutely stunning. I have no other words to describe other than, if you want your skin to look like skin, use this foundation, because nobody will be able to tell if you're actually wearing makeup or not. Next, y'all know I had to put in the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I wear the shade 14 Neutral. I love this foundation. As you can see, it's got a good little amount of missing out of it. I like to mix this in with the Flawless Filter one though, because I didn't like that one on its own, but this one mixed with that one just gives you that nice healthy glow from within type of look that I feel like is perfect for summer, and it gives me the coverage that I need, because this one doesn't give me enough coverage on its own. But when I mix it with that one, it's amazing. So I mixed both of them together. I just didn't bring a little sample in here with me. But since this is a newer foundation, I've been using it quite a bit, I felt the need to share it with y'all. I absolutely love it. I've heard some people saying they don't like this and the Coleslaw. I can understand why they don't like the Coleslaw, but I don't feel like this is as bad as the Coleslaw one when it comes to like the texture. Because I was watching Morgan Turner's video and she had it in her worst products, this one and the Coleslaw one, but I feel like this one is better than the Coleslaw, so you know. But she said it was better than the Coleslaw too, because I'm like, yeah, I think it is too. But it is one of my most used, and that's because I mix it with the higher, I mix it with the full coverage one and make it work for my skin type. Next, y'all knew the Yummy Skin from Diypansy was coming. As much as I talked about how much I loved this when I first tried it out, and the serum too, honey, yes. I wear the shade 18G. It works perfectly on me. It looks perfectly on me. I love the undertone of this. I love how this looks on the skin. Another reason it's one of my most used foundations. I just love the whole aesthetic of it. I think it's so cute, and the fact that it's refillable, so if you twist it off, you could just refill this. And I'll definitely probably have to buy a refill during the sale, because the way I've been using this, honey, I need to calm down. I've been trying to hold off and use other things, so then that way they don't expire. Plus, I didn't want to have to run out of it and then want to use it and not be able to and have to buy it at a regular price, because the sale isn't again until I think August or November. I think they have one during my son's birthday in August, and then I know they have the one in November every year. So I'm trying to hold off on using it up until that time comes to make sure I don't use mine up, because I love this stuff too much to be without it. For the last foundation I have to talk about, y'all should have known it was coming. My very Valentino sunscreen broad spectrum 25 SPF 26. That's random. Light lasting perfecting foundation. I wear the shade DN2, so this is what it looks like. The funny thing is, y'all know I was talking crap and I was like, I'm not buying that because this and that, and I was like, I don't know how it's gonna be. And oh my god, how much I love this foundation. Like, I am so glad I ended up getting it because it came to a store near me, and now they're at Sephora, so I'm super happy about that. Their blushes are amazing too. You definitely check out this foundation. And what I like about it is, like it says, it is light lasting perfection foundation. I feel like when the light hits it, it just looks like your skin but better. And I love foundations like that right now, because it's like, I love my matte moment. It's like in the fall and stuff like that. As weird as it is, I'd probably like my matte moment more, because I feel like that fits the weather for me. But I feel like in the summertime it's just supposed to be gorgeous glowy skin like my skin is looking now. And I feel like all the foundations I showed you for the most part do that, or make my face look like a natural satin matte finish. So it's not that overwhelming super full coverage matte. It's more like it's giving that as far as oil control, but it's not giving that look. So I love foundations like that. Now let's get into the concealers. So I have 10 concealers as well. So I'll start off with the Giorgio Armani ones. Oh god, y'all, I'm dropping palettes that's sitting behind me. That's why I'm sitting so close to the camera. But I have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer, and then the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. This was the late great Mel Thompson's favorite concealer from them as well. I absolutely love this stuff. It's amazing. I wear the shades, what is it, 8.75 in their concealers, and I wear the shade 11.75 in their foundation, if anyone's curious. But I love the coverage on this one. It's so full and nice, and I love the radiance in this one. So I usually put this one underneath the eyes, and then I use this one to highlight on my face, because underneath the eyes this doesn't give enough coverage for my personal liking. And what I do with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is I'll use the what is that? I'll use the Diypansy blurring balm underneath, and then I'll put the Luminous Silk on top so I can get more coverage, and then I use the full coverage concealer from Power Fabric and the Luminous in the middle of my face to get the luminous glow that you see going on now. I don't have that on now, but that's just usually what I do. I do have one of the concealers I'm talking about in this video on though, so let's talk about that one next. Of course, I hate to do it, but this is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer in the shade Tan 330. If you all remember, this was a concealer and foundation, but I was like, with this tiny thing and this tiny doe foot, where is this a foundation and concealer? Like, absolutely not. So to me, it's just a concealer, and I never plan on using this foundation. But this is what I have to highlight my face today. I love this stuff. This is actually my backup here at my grandmother's house because I like it that much, so I didn't have to bring mine from home, because I genuinely love this concealer. It's absolutely stunning and wonderful. I have to go put it back in the bathroom so I can use it another time. But y'all know I love that yellowish goldish undertone underneath my eyes to here to brighten in my face, because I feel like that's what my face naturally looks like. So of course I want the makeup to look as natural as I possibly can make it, and that stuff does it, along with giving me a gorgeous amount of coverage. Let's get into one of my two drugstore concealers. I have the Milani Perfect and Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer in the shade Deep Tan 165. I love this stuff. As you can see, I have almost used all of it up. Like, I genuinely love this concealer. I have a backup for this at home too. That's how you know another way you know I really love it. I have a backup to the concealer. Like, and the backup to the concealer is halfway empty too. So when I get done with this, I'll probably buy another one if I can get a good sale at CVS, because y'all know I be couponing out here in these street times. It's hard. I keep saying the gas is almost $6 a gallon. I'm not playing. But that concealer gives good coverage. It looks very nice on the skin, and it's not heavy looking like that foundation was that originally came with that. It was heavy and textured and a mess. That's not like that at all. It's absolutely wonderful. I know Kathleen Lights used to rave about it and love it. Next, I have the NYX Born to Glow concealer. So I had the matching concealer to go with the foundation. Now unfortunately they don't make this concealer anymore, so I was trying to decide if I should put it in here or not, but since I do reach for a lot, because I reach for that foundation a lot, I was like, I'll be honest and put it in there. So this is the shade Golden. I have 2 different shades. I don't know what the other shade is. I think I just left it in the makeup bag, because I have another video I need to film with a lot of these products, so you will see them again in another video. But yeah, this concealer is nice. Now this isn't a full coverage type situation. This is one of those, like, I put cream concealer underneath the eye to start off with, and then I'll put this on top to give me the brightness and give a little more coverage to the cream concealer, because this liquid one isn't gonna give as much coverage, and I need some coverage for these dark circles, girl, because I be tired, because I be up at 4 in the morning filming videos instead of going to bed. So there you go. Now the rest of, I have one more affordable one. It's sold at Sephora. I feel like you should know which one this is. This is the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I wear the shade DG3. I absolutely love this stuff. Now I'm with everybody else about why is the doe foot and it's like so small in this little space. That's like weird and difficult to deal with, but I don't care, because the color of this is amazing. The color of this reminds me of the Marc Jacobs one I showed you all earlier. The formula on this is beautiful, and it does do a great job of brightening underneath the eyes. I absolutely love it. It's supposed to have some skincare properties in it, if I remember correctly from the video I shot for you all of it. I absolutely love this concealer. I'm going to be buying the bronzer, I think Friday, or when the lipsticks come out from Rare Beauty, so that'll be actually today, the 7th. So hopefully my order will come in and then I can give you all the video on that. But I absolutely love that concealer. I've been using it quite a lot since I did the video, so that should tell you something right there. Next one I have is the Coleslaw Concealer. I forgot the name of this one, and it doesn't say on the bottom, it just says concealer. So I have this concealer. I use this quite a bit too. Look at the inside of this, like, it's almost gone. I used it up almost completely before I even got the foundation, and since I've had the foundation, when I've used the foundation, I use this. But this is a concealer I just like to use on its own a lot. Like I said, you can see it's almost gone. I really like this concealer. It gives nice brightness underneath the eyes. I like the skincare properties that it possesses, because this one does have skincare properties to help. These supposed to help with brightness underneath the eyes, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me, this concealer came out a while ago, but I remember when Kathleen Lights first talked about it, and I was like, what is Coleslaw? And then she explained like that it had skincare properties, and then I was intrigued, so I ended up buying it, and I absolutely love it. Like, this stuff is wonderful. Next, I have the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I wear the shade Dark 3G. Y'all should have known I was gonna get this. One thing Patrick Star can do is like beat the face. I love anything complexion that he does for the most part. I'm not crazy about the foundation I have on right now, but I'm obsessed with this concealer, and he can make me a powder anytime, any day, any way. I have not bought his foundation powder, believe it or not, but I'm thinking about getting it. But I just feel like I have too many powders and other things, and plus the time for like trying to show that in the video has passed, so I don't feel the need to have it. I still want to have it, but it's like, it's not a need, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this concealer was a need, and I'm so glad I got it. I would have put this on with the foundation instead, but I had been longer to use my Marc Jacobs because I hadn't used it in a while, so I went ahead and used this. But this looks smooth and wonderful underneath the eyes, and it goes very well with his foundation, of course, which I'm sure is what he made it for. Okay, the last two are luxury products. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So of course I got my Pat McGrath concealers. Y'all know they had to be in here. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. I have the shades I have the shade M20 and then MD23. So this is medium 20 and then this is medium dark 23. Mine are almost empty because I love them that much. It has this cute little doe foot applicator on it. It just looks like your skin, but better, but still gives a good amount of coverage to cover up the dark circles. And when concealers don't do that for me, I end up having to drag my eyeshadow down really low to cover that up. And I don't like doing that, but I mean, like, we do what we have to, right, girl? Because we can't be out here just looking a mess. But I remember when I first bought this, I bought the shade MD23, I believe. And then when you all told me to buy the shade M20, so I ended up getting both. I like to use both. It depends on when it is. Like, I'll use M20 in the wintertime, and I try to use M23 in the summertime because obviously I get darker. But these concealers are great. Everybody knows they're buildable. They have great coverage to them. Oh god, palettes just keep falling, y'all. No, can you not fall on the floor please while I'm talking? Thank you. Anyway, the last concealer I have to talk about is expensive as hell. I'm gonna tell you now, girls, it's expensive as hell. Unless you find it at the Company Cosmetics store, and I pray you do, because this is a $90 concealer from Tom Ford. So this is the Shade and Illuminate Concealer in the shade 5W010. I blame Morgan Turner for this because she kept raving about this concealer. Then when I was in Vegas with my cousin February this year, I ended up buying this concealer at Nordstrom because I was so excited to see it. And then I got to swatch it and I was like, oh, it is pretty nice. And she was right. It is amazing. It's just high as hell. So since it's at the Company Cosmetics store, I'm hoping I'm going to talk to Dionluvsmakeup and see if she'll find me this shade and color. Like, I'll pay her for it. I'm like, I just need another one, and I don't want to pay $90 again. Like, I need another one, and I don't need to pay $90. So I need the shade 5W010 Dion if you get a chance, and I will PayPal you the money, man. But like, I need more of this because it's absolutely stunning, and I've been sparingly not using it, even though I want to, because I'm like, it's too high. Like, I'll use this with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, or I'll use this with the Make Up Forever foundation, or I'll use this with the Yummy Skin foundation. Like, I'll use it with all these foundations, but it's like I try to sparingly use it because it's just so damn high and they need to cut it. But yeah, those are my top 10 foundations and concealers that I've used most throughout this year. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Remember, y'all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these foundations and concealers, and let me know what you think of them. I'm gonna check behind me to make sure all the palettes didn't die. Okay, girl? Okay. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.